Welcome to Boundaries Unlocked, where we embark on a journey to empower ourselves and transform our lives by learning the art of setting strong and personal boundaries. I'm your host, Vince, and today we'll be diving into the importance of boundaries and why they are essential for maintaining a healthy and balanced life. But before we do that, let me share a little bit about my own journey. A few years ago, I felt like I was constantly being taken advantage of. I struggled to say no and felt overwhelmed by the demands of others. I didn't even know that I needed to set boundaries to protect my well being. But as I learned more about the concept of boundaries, I realized that they were the missing piece I needed to regain control over my life. I hope that by sharing my experiences and knowledge, I can help you embark on your own journey to create strong personal boundaries. Now let's dive in. First, let's define what personal boundaries are. Personal boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves within relationships to protect our well being. They can be emotional, physical, or mental, and they help us maintain a sense of self respect, safety, and autonomy. Emotional boundaries involve regulating our feelings and knowing when to share or withhold them. Physical boundaries relate to our personal space and how much touch we're comfortable with. Mental boundaries encompass our thoughts, beliefs, and values and help us maintain our intellectual autonomy. The consequences of weak boundaries. When we don't establish clear boundaries, we leave ourselves open to being taken advantage of or overwhelmed by the demands of others. This can lead to feelings of resentment, exhaustion, and low self esteem. Without boundaries, we may struggle to prioritize our own needs and end up putting everyone else's needs before our own. For example, let's say you have a friend who frequently asks to borrow money but rarely pays you back. If you don't set a clear boundary, you might continue to lend money even though it's causing you financial stress. Over time, this can create resentment and damage your relationship with your friend. To further illustrate the importance of boundaries, let's consider the story of Sarah. Sarah had a demanding job, and she was always the first to volunteer for extra work. She never said no to a request, even when it meant sacrificing her personal time and well being. Eventually, she became burned out and unhappy. After learning about personal boundaries, Sarah started to implement them in her life. She began saying no to extra work that she couldn't handle, and she prioritized her own well being. As a result, her stress levels decreased and she found more balance in her life. As we wrap up this first episode, I encourage you to take some time to reflect on your own boundary setting. Are there areas in your life where you could benefit from establishing stronger boundaries? Do you often feel overwhelmed, resentful, or like you're being taken advantage of? In the upcoming episodes, we will delve deeper into the process of identifying your boundary needs, learning to communicate them effectively, and navigating any challenges that may arise. Remember, setting strong personal boundaries is a vital aspect of self care and self respect. It's time to unlock the power of boundaries and transform your life. Thank you for joining me today on Boundaries Unlocked. I look forward to continuing this empowering journey with you in the next episode. Until then, take care of yourself and don't forget to reflect on your boundaries. Thank you once again for tuning into Boundaries Unlocked. In our next episode, we'll be exploring how to identify your unique boundary needs and the importance of self awareness in setting effective boundaries. We'll guide you through some personal reflection exercises and help you recognize patterns in your life where boundary setting may have been a struggle. Remember, setting strong personal boundaries is not just about protecting yourself from being taken advantage of, it also It's also about empowering yourself to live a more balanced, fulfilling life. By understanding your own needs, values, and limits, you can begin to create healthier, more satisfying relationships and experience. So until our next episode, stay empowered and continue reflecting on your boundaries. If you'd like to share your thoughts, questions, or experiences with me, please reach out in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you and be a part of your boundary setting journey. Until next time, take care.